Hey, good morning, folks, and welcome again to another exciting episode of, yep, you know it, Friday with Fran, the real estate man. And today I celebrate this. Look at all these shiny donuts there. Yes, it's Donut Day. So basically, let's go over really quick because we got a lot to cover in real estate. Basically, we go back to the 1700s. The Dutch settlers came over here and from New Amsterdam, and they had these cakes, maybe similar to the funnel cakes we get out from the Amish, but they were called oile cakes, and that means oily cakes in Dutch. And basically, they were just fried dough. But then this guy, a youngster, a teen, if you will, in 1847, Hanson Gregory said, "Man, it gets so greasy inside there. Why don't we put a hole?" So then we got a more uniform treat. But it wasn't until 1917 when the Salvation Army was over in World War I on the front lines, if you will, and helping our brave soldiers. They became known as the Donut Lassies because they would bring treats up to the front line. And the reason being is those guys fighting in World War II were actually known as doughboys. So they carried their donuts in their helmets. But you know, it wasn't until 1938 that National Donut Day was created by and honoring these courageous lassies by the Salvation Army. But as you know, we have Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin', the whole thing out there nowadays. But my preference is actually a French curler, and that is my treat. But anyway, we digress, and let's go here. The month ended, the week ended last week. We're in a new June. But what we saw, maybe it's because of, we're getting into the middle of the spring now. We did see a lot of cancellations of listings. Some of that was, hey, sellers thought they could get that price that they could get back in pre-COVID days. Buyers, were a little bit more, I'll say, discriminating. And that is really what you need to do, buyers. You want to just not jump at the first thing. Get a good realtor to help you through the whole inspection process. But therefore, with those 28 canceled listings, they may have shifted to another agent and relisted, but more likely, maybe they got to refigure their marketing. And it's better to be right out of the box and do it right than say, hey, why didn't it sell in the spring and now you're putting it back in the fall? What was different? What was going on? So, anyway, I want you to, kind of give me a ring over the weekend and I can spell a few things out for you. But make sure you get that donut and enjoy that too. But it's going to be a great weekend. Take care, and we will see you on another exciting episode of Friday with Fran, the real estate man. Y'all take care.